Good morning. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Who's ready to crush your week? Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Driggers, Future Executive Sales Director, calling from Fort Mill, South Carolina. Woo, guys, and I am ready for the day. Are you ready for the day? It's going to be a great one. Do you believe it? I hope so. Well, I'm excited to get to chat with you. I'm filling in for the fabulous Crystal Hunsucker, who I absolutely adore, and I know you do as well. She's absolutely a ray of sunshine, and hopefully I can bring a little bit of sunshine into your today as well. So here's what I want to talk to you about. First of all, I have to share a little story. In case you don't know me, my mother-in-law is National Sales Director, Driggers, and, of course, she's also a ray of sunshine, amazing, funny, so silly. You've got to meet her if you haven't. But what I love about her, and one of the things that she's always worked with me so much on, is emotional management. And I'm going to tell you a little story about this weekend. My daughter is in gymnastics. And if you have connected with me on Facebook, you may see I'm always bragging about her, always posting about it. I get so excited. I did not grow up in sports. I had a really strict parent, so I couldn't do things like that. It's really silly, but they're totally normal now, just so you know. But anyways, so here's the deal. She made a decision to begin gymnastics last year. She had tried it maybe when she was younger some, and so we did a little bit. But she said to me, Mom, I really want to get back into it. And we were like, okay, well, sure, let's do that. And so she went to gymnastics, and they said, well, we have to see where her skill level's at. So they checked her out, and they put her in just a class. And then after one class, they came to us and said, hey, we think she should be put on silver. We think she's got some really good skills, and we think we can develop them more. So they put her in what we call a silver team. And in the silver team, there's little and then there's big. So littles are for the newbies, right? And typically, it's not until the second year that you get in big silver. Okay, I promise there's a point of the story. So Stacia's working hard, guys. She's working hard. She's doing what she needs to do. That's my daughter's name, by the way, Stacia. Hope you love it because I love it. But she was working and excited, and before you know it, they were like, hey, we think she should go into big silver, which was a big deal because Stacia's little. So it was exciting, and we were like, oh, my gosh. So she starts to do her competitions, and she starts competing, and she starts placing. And, guys, this is her first year. We were like, oh, my gosh, we're so excited. And she's been working hard. She practices 9 hours a week, 9 hours of practice, okay? So she is working and competing and placing, and we are just blown away by her discipline, blown away by really how much great, because, of course, we believe she should always be number one, right? We're her parents. But it's pretty beautiful to see it really happen, right? So we end up competing for state, okay? This was a couple weeks ago, and we didn't know, how she would do. But the top 50 girls in the state get to go to regionals. And to make a very long story short, she makes it. And we were like, what? She gets to go to regionals her first year? Like, oh, my goodness, we're so excited. And, of course, we're not saying, oh, my gosh, your first year. We really have not said anything. We've worked on helping her practice the way that she wants to perform. That's what we've talked about, how practice needs to be done well, how it's important how she practices. It's important how she shows up every day. It's important how she's talking to herself. It's important how she's coaching herself. So, guys, here's the deal. We go to regionals, and that was this past weekend. And I got to be honest, we were so excited. But unfortunately, regionals didn't go as planned. It may have been her worst, really, I don't know what you call it, performance. I'm still learning. I'm a new gymnast mom. I don't know what you call it, but it was her worst competition, I guess you could say. Although she did good, and she didn't obviously, do horrible, but still it was not her best. And so she didn't necessarily get any medals. She didn't, do this. I think she got one, but here's the point of all this. The point is that was hard. She had been working really, really hard. And how many of you can relate to the fact that maybe in this month or in this season, maybe you're working really hard, or maybe you're expecting to get some medals and you've not been putting in the work? Because I saw a lot of different girls. I saw a lot of different girls that maybe, and of course, you know, my daughter kind of tells me about different personalities, but there's some girls that are playing all the time in practice. They go to practice, but they're not really showing up. They're not really doing what they need to be doing when they need to be doing. And I just want to ask you, hey, where are you at in your Mary Kay game today? Are you showing up with the intention of being your best at every appointment? Are you believing that these appointments that you're doing are setting you up for regionals, are setting you up for the most amazing finish in June? You know, I've learned so many lessons from my daughter of how she's consistently had to show up and practice every week without really experiencing major changes. And again, let me ask you, are you working on your bookings? Are you working on your schedule to where it's filled so your activity can actually it matches what your desired dream or desired goal is? A lot of times we have these great dreams, and I want you to dream. We should dream. But we want to make sure that our activity is there to match those dreams. Because the truth is, without the activity, it can't be reached, right? We have to have some work. We have to have some grit to make that happen. So here's what I wanted to do as well. I have to share this. There's a few things that my daughter has done when it comes to also being great in what I consider this gymnastics world, and that's I've seen her emotionally manage her disappointment. So I'm just going to give you 5 quick tips of how to manage big emotions because, guys, can I tell you a secret? We also have a lot of crazy things going on. I am buying and selling a house. We are moving today. But I was like, when Crystal asked me, I said, of course, because I can manage my emotions. I can do hard things and get lots of things done and do other things. That's what we are in Mary Kay, guys. We have learned emotional stability, mental toughness. That is what we teach, and that is who you are. So anyways, 5 quick tips. Number 1, when you're managing big emotions, remind yourself that it's never okay to hurt others. Now, that's a big one, okay, and it's hard because a lot of times as we grow up, we may not physically always hurt, but our words. We'll take our words out on other people. And I always like to say, where shame and blame are involved, there's lack of personal responsibility. I have to give a shout out to Nikki. I cannot think of her last name, but Kristen Sharp's aunt taught me that lesson, and I loved that saying. But it's never okay to hurt someone else, even though you're experiencing big emotions. Number 2, take 3 deep breaths or slowly count to 10. I try to work with my kids on this all the time. Like, hey, when your emotions are high, thinking is low, take some deep breaths. Let's calm down. Number 3, use your words to say how you feel and what you wish would happen. So take some time to think about that when you're experiencing large emotions. And guys, this takes discipline. This takes time. This takes some development, but you can do it. Number 4, ask for help when you have a problem or something that truly feels overwhelming. No one else will know. No one can read your mind, and no, you can't assume that people understand. Open up and be honest. And that's, again, this is hard. These are not necessarily easy things, but not anything that you can't do. And the last thing is simply just take some time to calm down. There are times, guys, in my business where I have to say, okay, I need to go do a 5-minute break, or I need a praise break, or I need a come to Jesus moment. So let me just go and get on my knees and let Jesus know how we doing today and invite him in my day. I pray you invite him a lot more than just when you're upset. But, guys, I want you to know that you are emotionally tough. You are mentally strong. You are capable of doing all these things. You're capable of going to regionals. You're capable of having an amazing finish. You're capable of creating something phenomenal today that is going to shift and change the rest of your year. Do you believe it? Do you act on it today? Or do you sit and cry and not coach yourself? Guys, today is the day to coach yourself to great things. Know who you are. Know that God created you and that you were made for something great. And here's the deal. When you become great, you bring others with you. And there's some woman out there that needs you to be great today. So, guys, get up, rise and shine. Have a fabulous day and work your Mary Kay business with intention because you are doing great things. And here's the deal. You know, I love how Crystal always shares that saying, and I'll try my best to say it because I don't have it memorized like that. But may the Lord bless you, keep you. May his face shine upon you. That's how I'll end it today. But, guys, love you. Have a fabulous day. And this is Sarah Driggers signing off. See you later.